Good morning, everyone, and happy Friday. It is Julie here with your morning market update where we're bringing you everything you need to know as the market opens. So let's get into it. All right, guys, welcome back. Thank you all so much for being here and TGI Friday. I am very excited to watch some Boston Bruins hockey tonight. Hopefully we'll see them take the series. If you're watching the NHL playoffs, let me know what team you're cheering for, unless it's the Florida Panthers, because then we're enemies just for today. Now, as usual, this morning we're going to be taking a look at exciting stock market news, notable earnings reports, and we have some big names that are dropping big this morning, and which stocks are the morning's biggest gainers and losers. Don't forget, if you want 10% off TipRank subscriptions, you can follow some links in the description down below and unlock some fantastic research tools. Now let's get right into the morning's exciting stock market news. U.S. stock futures are in the red this morning. Like I said, some big names in the red this morning that are pulling down the markets. Dow futures are down 0.32%, S&P 500 futures down 0.31%, and NASDAQ futures down 0.24%. First Republic Bank is making some gains recently, up over 8% yesterday and another 7.5% this morning, on reports that authorities are meeting to discuss how to assist the bank. Reuters reported that officials from the U.S. government, Federal Reserve, and Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation are coordinating meetings to provide a lifeline to First Republic. This comes as private sector efforts led by the bank's advisors have yet to reach a deal. It's speculated that the government's involvement is helping bring more parties, including banks and private equity firms, to the negotiating table. The First Republic Bank is rated a hold currently. Pfizer has received approval from the FDA for use of their pneumonia vaccine in children. The Prevnar 20 vaccine will now be allowed for use in infants and children 6 weeks through 17 years of age for the prevention of invasive pneumococcal disease. Compared to the Prevnar 13 vaccine, Prevnar 20 contains 7 more serotypes of the disease, helping to protect against a wider range of pediatric cases. Analysts currently rate the Pfizer stock a moderate buy with an average upside of 23%. Now, moving right along to those notable earnings reports. We're starting off with tech behemoth Amazon. Now, they reported in the after hours last night and initially shot up after some solid earnings beats, but they then fell after their earnings call provided some cloudy future outlook. Amazon's CFO said that customers continue to evaluate ways to optimize their cloud spending in response to these tough economic conditions in the first quarter, and we are seeing these optimizations continue into the second quarter, with April revenue growth rates about 500 basis points lower than what we saw in Q1. Amazon reported revenue of $127.4 billion, which did grow 9.5% year-over-year and beat expectations by $2.85 billion, and their Q1 earnings per share of 31 cents beat expectations by 11 cents. Their stock is still rated a strong buy with an average upside of nearly 24%. Then we have Snap. Their stock is down over 18.5% after they saw sales fall 7% year-over-year, missing analyst expectations. Their CEO said that we are working to accelerate our revenue growth, and we're using this opportunity to make significant improvements to our advertising platform to help drive increased return on investment for our advertising partners. Revenue of $989 million missed expectations by $21 million, while their earnings per share of 1 cent did beat expectations by 2 cents. The stock is currently rated a hold with a slight upside of nearly 2%. We also have Pinterest well into the red, down nearly 14%, and this is after an earnings and revenue beat, but their future outlook did not woo investors. They forecasted their second quarter growth would match that of the 2 past quarters, despite hopes that it would accelerate, and they're expecting some continued cost increases as well. Their non-GAAP net income fell 16% to $57.7 million, but did top expectations. Revenue of $602 million beat expectations by over $9 million, and earnings per share of 8 cents beat by 6 cents per share. Analysts currently rate the stock a moderate buy with an average upside of 6%. And I hate to do this, guys, but we have another company very much in the red this morning with Cloudflare. They're down about 26% after mixed earnings report, but lowering their future guidance. For 2023, they're now anticipating full-year revenue around $1.28 billion, down from the previous $1.33 billion. Their guidance for the second quarter was also below expectations. For this past quarter, they reported earnings per share of 8 cents versus the 3 cents expected, so ahead of expectations, while revenue of $290.2 million missed by $600,000. Analysts currently rate the stock a moderate buy, with some varying buys and sell ratings coming in today. Now, moving to the pre-market this morning, things don't look quite as dramatic. We have Exxon Mobil, who came out with mixed results. Their Q1 earnings per share came in at $2.83, beating expectations by 23 cents per share, while revenue of $86.56 did miss by $3.5 billion. Their stock is currently rated a moderate buy with an average upside of nearly 11%. And Chevron, who came out with an earnings and revenue beat. Their Q1 earnings per share of $3.55 beat expectations by 14 cents per share, and revenue of $50.79 billion beat by $1.3 billion. Their stock is rated a moderate buy with an average upside of 14%. Now let's take a look at which stocks are the morning's biggest gainers and losers, though I'm sure you could guess some of the losers. Our biggest gainers this morning are led by SEIA Incorporated following their first quarter earnings report. Trading under the ticker SAIA, their stock is up 7.7%. They're followed by Intel under INTC, up 6%, and Mohawk Industries under MHK, up 5.8%. And no big surprise here, but our biggest losers are led by Cloudflare following their earnings. Trading under the ticker NET, they're currently down 25.3%. They're followed by Snap under the ticker SNAP, down 18.3%, and Playtika Holdings under PLTK, down 17.8%. So that is going to be everything for Friday's morning market update, getting you up to speed with what you need to know as the market opens. If you made it to the end of today's video, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button and make sure you're subscribed to the channel as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you back here next time.